Hi everyone, this is Salman from Universal Insight. Welcome to the new Mythbusters series. This video is about top 5 space myths. First of all, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, destroy that like button, and let's get straight into the video. Now the first myth is that you explode in space. Here's the explanation. Like many of the myths that will follow, this idea was mostly created by Hollywood. Oftentimes, movie makers aren't really that concerned with the facts. They will readily take liberties with reality in order to make a scene look more interesting. From movies, we know that the instant a human is exposed to outer space without a protective suit, he's a goner who, most likely, will explode in a splatter of blood and guts, depending on the rating of the film. Exposure to space will definitely kill you, but not instantly and not in such a visceral way. A human being can survive exposed to space for about half a minute with no permanent damage. It won't be pleasant, but it's not instant death. You would probably die of asphyxiation due to lack of oxygen. There is one movie that got this right, Kubrick's 2001, A Space Odyssey. The second myth is that Venus and Earth are identical planets. Venus is often referred to as our twin, but this shouldn't give you the impression that it is exactly like our planet. We've covered Venus in depth before, so we won't go into detail, but this idea came about mainly when we had no clue exactly what the surface of the planet is really like. Due to its incredibly thick atmosphere, it wasn't until we sent a spacecraft to Venus that we discovered how deadly and unwelcoming the surface of the planet really is. The third myth is that the sun is a ball of fire. The sun is actually glowing, not burning. This might seem like an insignificant distinction to the average person, but the heat generated by the sun is actually the result of a nuclear reaction, not a chemical one, which is what burning is. While we're at it, the fourth myth is that the sun is yellow. Ask anyone to draw a sun and they will immediately reach for the yellow crayon. It seems normal. We've been using that yellow crayon for the sun ever since we were little, and all we could draw was the crappy front of a house and the sun smiling in the corner. Come on, that definitely wasn't just me, right? If we ever needed more evidence, we could just go outside and look at the sun, and it definitely appears to be yellow. Thing is, though, that we see it yellow thanks to our atmosphere. If you're sure that you've seen NASA photographs or similar images and the sun was yellow there, too, you might actually be right. This image we have of a yellow sun is so prevalent that sometimes astronomers will actually modify the color of their pictures in order to make them more recognizable. However, the real color of the sun is white. If you ever meet an astronaut or someone who has been to space, feel free to ask them. Regardless, we don't need to see the sun to know what color it is, because we can tell from the temperature. Cool stars start off with a brown/dark red color and increase in intensity as they get hotter. Something with only a few thousand degrees Kelvin surface temperature will be red. At the opposite end of the spectrum, the hottest stars with a surface temp above 10,000 Kelvin are blue. With a surface temperature of almost 6,000 Kelvin, the sun is somewhere in the middle, giving it a distinct white color. The fifth myth is that the Earth comes closer to the sun in the summer. At a glance, this one seems logical enough. Our planet is hottest when it is closest to the thing that makes our planet hot. However, this idea is caused by a misunderstanding of what actually causes the seasons. It's not the proximity to the sun, it's the tilt of our orbital axis. The axis on which our planet spins is actually tilted to one side. When that axis points towards the sun, it's summer in that hemisphere. When it points away, it's winter. What isn't a myth, however, is the idea that the Earth is sometimes closer and sometimes further away from the sun. Our planet has an elliptical orbit, like most other planets. The distance given from Earth to Sun, known as an astronomical unit, is approximate 93 million miles, 150 million kilometers. However, at perihelion, Earth's closest point to the Sun, that distance shrinks to 91.4 million miles, 147 million kilometers, and at aphelion, the longest distance, it goes up to 94.5 million miles, 152 million kilometers. So, as you can see, during the course of a year, the distance between Earth and the Sun changes by as much as 3 million miles, 5 million kilometers. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. Stay home, stay safe. Hope you enjoyed the video.